Welcome to another edition of Friday at 420. My name is Mike Neighbors, and over the next 40 minutes, we brought some local comics in to make you laugh. That is Patrick Coppolino's guarantee, a money-back guarantee. And Patrick, how much are we offering this week if we fail to make the audience laugh?
$6.
$6?
Wow.
Do you know what? Do you remember the last time I asked you that question?
No.
What you said?
No.
Oh, okay, I asked you that once before. You said 6 cents.
Oh, I did?
6 cents.
Oh, wow. Well, I must be doing well now.
You are doing really well. And then I suggested we maybe round down to 5 because there are no pennies anymore. And then you said, no, we're sticking with 6 cents. Oh. And I just remember that because I just heard it. Anyway, Patrick Coppolino, obviously I'm introducing the panel without being formal about it. Over on my right, Mr. Patrick Coppolino.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno, Patrick. How are you?
I'm good.
Oh,
thanks.
fantastic. Excellent. Let's move on.
See, even though you asked now, I can tell you don't mean it.
Really,
you only asked because I said it.
I have that face, don't I? It's like, yeah. I've already lost interest before you even answer that question. You can tell.
Yeah, you asked me how I'm doing, but then you looked at Manolis.
I was already moving on, brother. I do care how you're doing, Patrick, and I'm so glad that you're doing so well that you can offer $6 on the money back guarantee.
You're like my sex life.
Oh, really? Yeah, moving on before it's even started.
Looking at the other guy.
That voice you hear is Manolis Antanos.
Hey, dude. Tikanis, how you doing,
Take
man?
an E, Manolis. Good to see you again, my friend.
Always good seeing you.
Everything good?
Yeah. You know,
See,
I'll tell you.
I kept eye contact when I asked that time.
On the way here, I just got a pet peeve. Nothing to do with you.
Good.
Nothing to do with people that use the elevator. Don't like the door was almost closed, and the girl saw someone she knew, and she put her hand and stopped the door and reopened it, and we're there for another
She saw them in the parking lot,
Right.
heading towards the door.
So it's just too long a hold. Yeah. Like if there's somebody's coming, you go, I'll get the elevator for you. But that has to happen right there, right?
Yeah, we were gone.
Yeah,
we were like the door's just about to close. Like go. It's like, do you even want to go to work wherever you're going, lady? And then they're talking. Oh my God!
I had this. It's interesting you say that because, and we'll introduce our special guest in a moment. You can't speak until we've introduced you. I was sitting there because from our elevator here in this building, you can see out into the parking lot, and so I had a conversation with somebody about holding the elevator, and so there was nobody else around. I get on the elevator, I look out, and I'm kind of just waiting for my floor, and I look out in the parking lot, and there's an extremely good-looking woman now walking towards the building. So how far out in the parking lot can I hold the elevator without it being creepy, right?
Right.
So she's way out. So eventually she comes through the doors, and I'm still holding the damn elevator.
Amazing.
And then she turns and goes into the Good Life Fitness.
And you just followed her.
That was it. It didn't work out for me there. Our special guest, ladies and gentlemen, coming all the way from London, Ontario, now resides in the Hammer. Please welcome James Butler.
Woo! I thought an applause was just going to come out of it somewhere.
There was
some
no
speakers
applause.
Or maybe,
and then on top of that, he waved. It's radio, James.
Well, you said give it up and then looked at me. Like, do you want me to give it up for myself?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Yes. That's what these guys did.
I'm pretty sweet. So,
oh, excellent. Yeah. How are you, man?
I'm very good.
Excellent.
How
long have you been doing stand-up comedy?
4 or 5 years.
4 or 5 years?
Yeah.
How's it going?
It's really good.
Yeah? You enjoying it?
I love it.
You getting out there and doing shows and learning the craft every day? And
absolutely. I learn a lot from these guys, actually, Pat and Manolis.
Most of the people they drag in here do, and I'm starting to think the only people they know are young comedians who are still looking up to them. You'll reach a certain point and you'll be like, I don't want to have anything else to do with those dudes, man. It's great to have you here.
Thank you.
All right, let's get into the show and have a little bit of fun. We play a game called Friday at 420. In front of me are 12 envelopes, official Bell Media envelopes. It says Bell Media right on them, and 12 numbers with corresponding random topics. The comics do not know the topics ahead of time. We will get you to Plinko, and that is how you will find out what topic you have to discuss with us. James Butler, you're going to wander on over there.
All right.
And drop the Plinko puck, my friend. Oh, there it goes. You can hear it rattling in the background. All the way down. Number 3, James Butler. Your topic to kick off this edition of Friday at 420. James Butler, your best vacation story.
Best vacation story, Scotland. And I am sitting in a rental car. We're looking at a map, ready to go somewhere. And then a rogue sheep rammed into our car.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Just out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. And then just walked away. Like he had a small point to make. He made it. and then he left the scene.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, in Scotland, it's not crazy to see sheep.
No.
But to have them attack your car.
Yeah. A rental.
Was there damage?
No, I don't know. Maybe.
I don't
know. We just drove away. Because
what
when
were
a
you
when a sheep rams your car, you don't ask questions. You just leave. I mean, there's a sign from God that you shouldn't be there.
You can see that happening, like at what's the animal park called? The one up there, the Lions, African Lions Safari. I've had animals ram me there, but I'm out in the animal's pen. Well, no, hey guys, come on, no. Seriously, already? We already got to go there. Yes.
You went there,
Yes,
dude. You did it.
I took it from a rhino. All right. Are you happy now? No.
Is that why they're going extinct?
I think so, yes.
Yeah?
I know the vehicle was kicked by a giraffe. I got kicked by a giraffe at one. A monkey peed on the windshield at another. But you're in their territory.
Yeah.
You weren't driving this car in the sheep's field.
No, it was in a parking lot.
It was in a
parking lot. Like
that is awesome. What were you doing in Scotland? Just family vacation or
vacation? Yeah.
Yeah. And was it nice? Would you recommend Scotland?
Unbelievable. And they made Canadian people look like they weren't nice. Like that's how
Really,
nice people were in Scotland. Yeah.
Super nice.
Unbelievable.
Because people always say that about us. That's our thing, man.
Yeah. No, we wouldn't even hold a candle to how nice these
Plus,
people are.
they say it with that cool accent.
Yeah, absolutely.
So everything seems way cooler.
Yep.
Manolo Santanos, best vacation story.
I was coming back from Greece, and I was flying to Amsterdam, and that's where my connecting flight from Amsterdam was going to Toronto. And then something went wrong with the planes, and so we had to wait till the next day to get the next plane, and so they put us up in a hotel in Amsterdam. And I was like, perfect.
Okay, this is getting better.
Yeah, and I'm literally like, I checked, because I've been to Amsterdam before also, so I just got in a cab and went downtown. But I literally was the only one that was from the plane left the hotel.
Everybody else just tucked in.
Everyone's tucked in. I'm like,
our plane's coming. We got to wait.
You guys are crazy. So I went downtown, and I think a lot of the pop places were closed at that time of the night, and I was just looking for something to do, and I saw three guys were like, I was just getting, I don't know if I, so the ladies of the night. There's ladies.
Yeah, you can mention the ladies of the night.
Ladies of the night.
Everybody knows it's legal there.
We're like, there's three guys standing in front of one of the windows,
Yeah.
and they're like asking to go in, and she was refused all three of them. And then I was like standing there. I was like
You're just watching what was happening.
I wasn't even planning on doing this, but I thought, you know what? I'm curious now. So I asked her, "What about me?" And she's like, looked at me and goes, "Yeah, come on in."
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So as I was going in, I heard one of the two guys say to each other, "Goes, who the hell was that guy?"
He's like a superstar.
I was like, I had a cape on or something.
So how was it?
It was amazing.
Well,
it was
that
great.
was
I was
an
like,
amazing night.
yeah. The funny part was I actually tried to talk her into like hanging out with me afterwards. I was like,
you were so much fun.
I was like almost falling in love with her, I think. And then when I left, I was going to go back to the hotel. Obviously, then I almost got mugged by like 10 drug addicts, like street people.
So it's really late at night. You're
Really?
going back to the hotel room. You
Yeah,
don't know where you are.
I get out like because I was young then. I get left the place and
The place.
the place.
He's
her
having
place.
trouble and say the brothel.
The brothel, and I just try. I'm young and dumb. I just go woo, scream like
I'm king of the world.
And then someone from a window upstairs, like across the street, goes go like yells at me. I'm like, all right, that I should. And then that happened, and then I went crazy. Like I called on like 10 people.
That was your way out of this.
Yeah, I was like,
to
'cause
scare them.
Scare them because I knew they were like the one guy kicked me in the butt while I was walking by them, and like I think they were like waiting for me to be scared. So I turned around and I'm like, who wants to go? Who wants it? I'm like, who? You? Yeah, I'm like, who wants to do this? And I'm like, I went nuts.
Just crazy guy, and of course to them it's a foreign language, so now they don't even know what you're screaming.
Yeah, and they were like, oh, you know what, man? We want nothing.
We're walking away.
And we're walking away.
Yeah.
I was honestly so scared.
Yeah. And just like at the brothel before, they walked away going, who was that guy? Patrick Coppolino, best vacation story. You ever been on vacation, Patrick?
Yeah. Well, that's the funny thing with comedy. Like, we don't really, when you start touring, you end up just basing your vacations on where you get
Wherever you get booked.
Yeah.
You sort of, take a little time, see the city, see the sights.
Because then you don't want to spend money to go places.
No, absolutely not.
So London, Ontario. I've been to Ajax.
I've done the Ajax route.
No,
you've been to LA a few times.
Yeah.
You like LA?
Yeah, I like it down there.
Yeah.
But the coolest place I went was probably New Zealand.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I went there a few years ago.
Oh,
it was
nice.
awesome. It was cool because we started in Auckland, which is like their Toronto,
Right.
Which is really cool because it's a city, it's a big city, and then you drive for half an hour, and all of a sudden you're in Lord of the Rings. It's it's so different. Yeah, it was really cool.
It is crazy when and of course just recently they had that horrible tragedy there, and we hear so little about New Zealand, and then suddenly it's on the front page of the news, but. Ultimately, the greater city of Hamilton has more people than all of New Zealand. So you sort of lose track of the numbers, right?
4 million in the whole country, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I went to Christchurch.
Okay.
And they actually had just suffered a massive earthquake.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
2 years before
they're still
I got
trying to
there.
recover from some of
Yeah,
that.
and I remember that because everything was still. They didn't have the money to repair it, so it looked like it happened yesterday.
Yeah.
And I remember before we got on a flight from Auckland to Christchurch, it was like I don't know, I think it was a less than an hour long flight. It was a little plane, and they're the airport's still all torn up from the earthquake, so they're don't be worried, but it's going to be a rough landing.
We haven't repaired.
Oh yeah,
the runway
they don't have the money to fix the runway, so it's going to be a rough landing, but everything will be fine. And then I remember I ended up falling asleep on the flight, and then I woke up as we were landing, and the plane was shaking, but it was so bright, too, for whatever reason, the sun. It was so bright in there, and it was really warm. I remember, it's just coming out of a sleep to that, and I had this moment of, oh, this is it.
I'm seeing the light.
Yeah. And
it's warm.
Yeah.
Jesus, take me in your arms.
Yeah.
It's all over.
I was oddly okay with it.
Oh. You're always just, Patrick's always just on the verge of, I'd be okay if it ended right now. It's an odd place to kind of live your life. Manolo, let's get up in Plinko. Drop a puck for us, buddy. Let's grab another topic here on Friday at 4:20. Our special guest is Mr. James Butler, Manolo Santanos, Patrick Coppolino, Mike Neighbors.
Number 2, I think don't you have a story about you waking up and there's poo everywhere?
I have a couple of those.
Yeah, he has a couple of those.
Well, I'll tell you what, if the next topic starts to fail us, we'll come back to Patrick for the poo
I would have
stories.
rather heard that story, I'm saying.
Well, I like New Zealand. That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Nashville
Oh,
one.
Nashville. Okay. So
Did you
let's
think it was the end then? Or
He always thinks
it was the end. All right, have you enticed the audience now? They're going to be disappointed with this topic, so give us a poo story. Give us a poo story.
Version.
Nashville's poo story.
The quick version. We drank a bunch of moonshine
Oh, that's
for the first
not
time.
good.
I never had it before. I didn't know you're supposed to do teaspoons of it because it's so strong.
Right.
We were doing shots of it. And then so I blacked out almost an hour into the drinking, and then I woke up the next morning in a room that I wasn't supposed to be in, and someone was waking me up, and I won't say who it is because people know this person. But
Okay.
he's like, "Wake up! You're in my bed." I'm like, "No, I'm not." He's like, "Yeah, you are. You're in my bed." I'm like, "No, I was still drunk." And he goes, "Are you gonna clean this up?"
Oh.
And I'm like, "What?" I get up, and there's poo everywhere.
Everything had just poured out of your body.
No, it was it was all over the bathroom. It was but it was on the counter. You can see smears on the floor where I must have slid in it. But the weirdest part is there was a bag in the toilet full of poo. So I don't know if I did it in the bag I don't know. But I started to question if I even did it.
Oh.
I'm starting to think maybe the person who woke me up did it, and he knew I wouldn't remember, so he got me to clean it up.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyways, I don't know why Manolis loves that story.
That is, well,
That's a better
that's
a better story.
They both
About talking about scenery, who cares?
Moonshine.
Be careful of the moonshine in Nashville, Tennessee, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Manolis, back to you. It is time now for your topic on Friday at 4:20. If you had a room,
If I had a room,
if you had a room, and you could paint it any color, what color would you find the most satisfying to paint a room?
blue.
Blue?
Yeah.
Just like any kind of blue? A special blue?
like a blue, like a beach blue, like Greece, like the skies.
Oh, like a
And
turquoise, kind of a
yeah.
turquoise, like Greece, the sky
Yeah.
over Greece.
Yeah, I literally, like, anytime I see a picture or video of Greece, I will watch it because it just uplifts me. Because I've been to Greece a bunch of times, but
Right.
there's something about Greece and that beautiful blue sky in Greece that just calms me so much. I always do this too. A couple times, usually in the wintertime, a couple times a year, I contemplate suicide, and then I make myself think about Greece.
Ticanis?
And then I go, you know what? No, I'm going to hang out. I want to go to Greece again.
I want to go to Greece again.
Yeah.
It's so funny, right? Because you've had these experiences, wonderful experiences in Greece, but yet every time you say the word Greece, I only either think of bacon or John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John.
Funny fact about that.
That's the two things that Greece mean to me. I've never been to Greece.
It's the first movie I ever saw in the theater.
Was Greece?
It was Greece. And my dad took me, but like all the parents.
Your dad went to see Greece?
Yeah, well, he probably didn't. My dad probably didn't even know what happened.
He probably was like, what?
Huh?
Yeah.
So I went with my dad, and what happened was all the people in the neighborhood were talking about, oh, don't go that movie. They say the SHIT word.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that back then, like that was like, oh
Sure,
my
1978.
God. Oh my God, that
Yeah.
word's the end. So I'm like 8, 9 years old,
And
and
you
my
heard
dad's
it.
like, oh, I don't care. So he took me, and I was like, I think it was definitely life changing.
Your dad was a real rebel, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, they swear in that movie? I'm going to take my kid.
Yeah, let's go, dude.
Let's go. Let's take this thing down, man.
Is that the bar for rebel?
in 78.
Watching the movie Grease?
That's right, yes.
That's the edge.
You know,
that we-
James, in
For
1978 it
European.
was. In 1978, swear words were not allowed anywhere, so we got very few of them. Nowadays, you kids are all crazy with your swearing.
It's funny because because John Travolta was also in Welcome Back, Kotter.
Yes, he was.
And my dad wouldn't let me watch Welcome Back, Kotter because he thought I was going to go, no, you watch bums, you be bum. That's what my because he just thought it was a show about bums.
Right, and it didn't work, right? Keeping you from watching
he was,
it.
Yeah, he was actually right. He was funny. It's like funny when you get older and you're like, oh, he was right.
That's right, because I used
They
to.
let you watch Littlest Hobo. And then you learned that bums and hobos are the same thing.
That's right.
I didn't know what a hobo was for years.
For years, it took
I thought Little Hobo was just the dog, the kind of dog. I didn't know there was even a German Shepherd until like about a week ago.
Melissa, you ever talked about how you didn't know that pickles came from cucumbers on this show?
We have actually had
That's
that
the funniest
discussion.
thing in the world.
Manolis has revealed that. We in the early days of this show, we used to spend a lot of time going over what Manolis knows and doesn't know. But you've learned a lot from this show, haven't you? From being on here.
I feel a better person for the fact that I know that they're both the same thing.
That's right. Pickles and
You
cucumbers.
know what raisins are?
Yes, I do. They used to be pickles.
Somebody dried them all up, and now they're bunny poo. Speaking of poo, Patrick Coppolino, if you had a room and you needed to paint it a color, what color? What color would give you serenity now?
Well, apparently I'll paint your bathroom brown.
Well, apparently, yes.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
favorite color? A color that
I painted
suits
my
you?
daughter's room. It's like this really nice, like light purple.
Okay, yes, like a
Very
lilac
yeah.
or a mauve or a...
I have no
Okay,
idea.
you have no idea.
What's the word? Lavender's not a color. but
Yes, it
that's-
is. Yes, it is.
It
Lavender is, and
Oh,
it's
it
that
is?
light
I thought
purple
it's a
color.
smell.
No, it's also a color.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, that's probably what
That's
it is.
the lavender. You did the
Yeah,
lavender. So you
sometimes-
like that,
Yeah.
eh?
So I just
Yeah?
go stand in that
That's
room.
very
and think
nice. All right.
sometimes.
Well, and then you could make it smell like lavender as
Yeah.
well, and then get the full lavender experience. James Butler, these
Yeah.
are the kinds of questions where we really delve deep into your psyche.
Yeah.
What color would you paint a room if you had a
I'd
room?
paint it blue.
You're blue like
yeah.
the same kind of blue as Manolis described, or
Yeah.
yeah, that
Yeah.
sky blue, kind
Yeah.
of really light and
Yeah.
makes you feel good.
Yeah, it makes me not want to commit suicide
Well,
twice a year.
just like Manolis.
The theme with comedians.
Apparently, eh? Everyone's just barely hanging on in this room. That is awesome. Which is why I like hanging out with you, because it makes my life feel like I walk out of here at the end of the show going, man, I got it going on. I haven't thought about killing myself in like 5 years. All right, let's drop a Plinko puck there, Mr. Coppolino. Throw it into the machine. Let's see what we get. It's Friday at 4:20. James Butler, our special guest in-house.
8.
Number 8. All right, number 8. Let's see what we got for topic number 8. And your topic, Patrick Coppolino, Apple or Android?
Apple.
Apple? Are you
I
an
don't know-
Apple
I
guy?
don't know why I thought about it that hard.
Yeah, it took a while, eh?
Apple.
Have you tried both, or are you always just been an Apple guy?
I've used other people's Androids.
Okay.
And I don't like them.
You don't-
But I don't know. I just always.
Just always been an Apple guy?
Yeah.
I just find this interesting because I find, Android people are just take whatever people, but Apple
Yeah.
people have this very special notion that their phone is superior in some way or whatever. And yet Apple has all kinds of problems in and of itself. So it's not like it's a problem-free phone.
Yeah.
But still, people are like, no, it's, I'm paying more for the
Yeah.
experience.
Well,
And
I
I
use-
just find that fascinating.
I use Macs for video editing and stuff a lot.
See, as soon as you have interconnected
Yeah, I can
machinery,
sync everything, so.
right? That's really important. Manolo, I don't even know if I. He doesn't even.
I
Oranges.
swear-
I'll take oranges for 100, Jack.
I swear to God, I thought you were meant like apples.
I'm sure you did.
Or like a robot.
Yeah.
That's I thought you were like a Android,
like Data from Star Trek.
yeah. I didn't like. That's what I thought in my
Okay.
head.
No.
I have a PC at home,
Okay.
computer.
Yeah.
but I have an Apple.
It's politically correct, is it?
Yes, it's
Yes.
very
Excellent.
I have my.
Doesn't get the Pornhub.
Yeah, it gets all the porn.
Of course it does.
But-
That's all it gets.
That's all. It should be called the porn computer.
Do computers do something else?
Yeah, exactly. I can't even use the computer in public because I automatically
that's
think
it. That's your-
I have to take my pants off.
That's your go-to.
So,
So you have a PC computer at home.
and an Apple. Patrick helped me buy an Apple computer because I wanted a nice computer for
Oh.
like editing and stuff.
Oh,
I
so
learned some things.
so he swung you into the Macintosh world, did he?
Well, yeah, I wanted one because I just figured like if I want to learn the things I need to learn,
Right.
Pat can show me because he has an Apple computer.
That's makes perfect sense, man.
But I can proudly say I've never used my Apple computer for porn.
Oh, right. So you've kept it clean.
Well, yeah,
He doesn't know how to use the web browser. It's probably
Safari. What's Safari?
I know it's like
Okay.
So that's it. Yeah. So
It's funny because you brought me with him to make sure he gets the right one. But he bought like a state of the art, like multiple $1,000 laptop, and I thought he was just using it for porn. So I'm like, that's a little
So
expensive.
it was nice to know it's not being used for anything now.
Yeah, but
I follow,
it's funny though because he has a computer, but I know he still uses his like Windows 98 desktop computer. I'm like, what? You have like a $4,000 laptop?
Oh, yeah. He doesn't
because
want to get
I
anything
use
on
it
it.
like once a week maybe. For like if I need to cut a video or something like
Right,
that. Then I
right.
throw it back in my
Right.
drawer.
So your phone is Apple?
My phone's Apple. Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are both Apple guys.
Yes, we're Apple
You're
dudes.
Apple guys. You're Apple dudes. James Baker?
Butler.
James Butler. He's a special guest.
He's just the warm up.
You know what? He's just the warm up. I am so sorry, man.
No,
James
that's okay.
Butler.
Yeah.
You ever get called Baker? Anyone else do that?
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Not at all. Not even
You look
close.
like
Not even close. My name. Yeah.
I like
have
that more though. We should switch it.
Yeah, that sounds better. Probably would have
Oh.
got bullied less as a kid.
Maybe,
Didn't
eh?
have the word butt in
The
my last
butt.
name.
Oh, the butt.
They'd
Yeah.
find a way. They'd
Oh,
find a
okay.
way.
Now you shouldn't have mentioned the word butt. Now Manolis is all horny.
Speaking of Manolis being horny, I follow.
Oh no, don't.
I follow Manolis on Twitter. I'm like, here, as a funny guy, I'll get some funny jokes. No, it's just Manolis hitting up porn stars all day.
That's what
he
it is.
comments on their stuff like they're gonna get back to him at some point.
They do.
That's why yes.
Do they?
Yes.
Yeah.
He'll screenshot the ones when they respond.
Yeah. I was talking to this girl the other day, and I was telling her how I thought she was funny, and then she's telling me how she's taking improv class. I try to get them to have conversations with me.
Right.
Shoot or
right.
shoot.
I got this other porn star. She's I can check her name. I forget it right now, but she.
You don't need the name. We're not going to know.
She she's
her.
she
Oh,
gave
yeah.
me she gave me her address, and I mailed her one of my T-shirts.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
So
I want to date a porn star.
But James, you would say that's a good reason to follow Manolis. He does something very unique on social media. Like a lot of other people, it's the same old, whatever. Yeah, I'm going to be here tonight. Whatever, Patrick. But you do something I think that's really kind of cool.
Well, it should be secret. That's why it's interesting. I shouldn't be publicly trying to talk to starting a relationship with porn stars.
Well,
Most
the
guys would be
relationship
like-
thing is going on in your own mind. I'm just saying it's just funny when you make comments because most of the comments they get are horrific.
Oh, I'm
and so
always-
you make friendly comments, like not, you know.
I'm
you
trying
don't-
to make them laugh.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah,
I never
exactly.
I'm never
very
mean.
respectful.
He's playing the
They
long
do.
con.
They do a lot for me, so I'm not going to be rude to them.
Yes. James Baker Butler.
Yeah.
Apple or Android?
Android.
Android.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank you for joining Team Android over here.
yeah.
I appreciate it. Have you ever been tempted to be an Apple guy?
I used to have an Apple. It's just annoying how it doesn't interface with anything very well.
If you don't know the rest of the Apple line,
Yeah, exactly.
you're kind of out to, right? Exactly. That's the frustrating part. That's why I find so frustrating about it. Because my daughter has an Apple, and it works with nothing in our house. And so I keep saying, like, just get an Android. It would be easier. Unless you have the whole lineup, you're out of luck.
Yeah, but I mean, they're killing it as a business. So.
Well, they are. They are. There's no point in fighting Apple, is there? No, absolutely not. And if you shrink an apple up, it's a raisin. Okay. So, hey, it's James's turn to Plinko. James, your turn for another topic on this edition of Friday at 420. Thank you so much for checking out Funny 820, and I hope you're enjoying this little program as we try to make you laugh. We already used 2.
How about 9?
9, we have not done 9 yet, so let's give James number 9 as a topic. And here we go, James. Your topic on Friday at 420 is... What were you afraid of as a child?
Oh, everything?
Everything.
All
All of the things. Do you
Yeah.
remember, is there one thing in particular I was like, oh, that just...
Probably confrontation. Like I
Just any
I was
kind
a
of
people
confront-
pleaser.
Oh, okay. So was I. I remember that. Yeah. So you did not, people up in your grill or somebody like disappointed in you was like
Yeah.
the worst thing
They're
possible.
like, you're a loser. I'm like, I agree.
Oh, I am so sorry, man. Yeah, no, I am. I am. It's so easy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That must make it easy to be heckled then.
Yeah, yeah.
They heckle you now,
just
and you
go
go,
right
"Yeah,
at-
you're
yeah,
right,
yeah.
dude.
100%,
I shouldn't
yeah.
be up here." Is it hard?
What's
Being
that?
a people pleaser and trying to be a stand-up comedian, do you find that is there any kind of moment where that becomes a difficult thing, or
Yeah,
does
you
that
shouldn't-
actually make it work better for you?
You shouldn't live your life that way. Yeah, so
it's
eventually someone's
difficult.
going to bully you, and you got to stick up for yourself.
do have to.
Honestly, comedy helped because it just makes you be self-assured and rely
Right.
on yourself. And
Yeah. And it also gives you a little better reaction, right? I mean, you start to learn how to react in situations, try to laugh it off or make it funny.
Oh, yeah.
If you come into those confrontational moments, if you can make somebody laugh, they become far less confrontational.
Yeah.
You know, Manolis goes with the, "I'll kill you! Come
Yeah.
at me!"
Manolis and I have talked about this because Manolis doesn't like confrontation either, but he just goes the other
He
direction that I
goes
do.
right down. "I don't care. I'm ready to die now," which is my favorite line.
You have video?
Yeah,
I don't want to
I've-
die?
I've seen the video.
That's the best.
Manolis, what were you afraid of as a child?
It just hit me. I saw the movie with my brother called The Dark Crystal.
Oh yes, the Dark Crystal.
With
Yeah,
the
that was a
bunch of-
James Henson or Jim Henson.
Yeah, it was
I
a-
got all my names wrong today. Jim Henson did Dark
But
Crystal.
it's all puppets, though, right?
Yeah. He was the Muppet guy.
Yeah, and it was a really well done movie, but halfway into it, I guess my imagination just really took hold of it, and I got really scared.
Oh,
To the point
okay.
where, like, I remember my
and you
brother-
were a little kid.
Yeah, I was a kid, but I remember sinking in the seat, to the point, I thought, oh, if I just go lower in the seat, maybe I won't be scared anymore. My brother's like, "What are you doing?" I remember everybody in the theater's like, "What's wrong with this kid? It's just a bunch of puppets, man."
Yeah.
Everyone in the theater?
Yeah, everyone pointing
everybody,
at him.
yeah.
They're all pointing at him.
The circular area
Yeah.
around us. That same movie, I did how it's on a slant.
Yeah.
So we're in the middle, and I knocked over my pop. It was about those giant jugs of
When it
pop.
just rolls down.
and I'm like, oh no, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Because they're gonna know it's me. There was 4 rows ahead. There was
Sure.
someone there. So that person looked. As soon as they looked at me, when I looked at my feet, I looked behind me. That was my big out.
like my feet are wet too, pal.
Yeah, I'm like,
Somebody
"Sorry,
up there.
dude."
Oh, the only thing I remember, and I might even be wrong. I'm pretty sure it was Dark Crystal. I do an impression from the movie Dark Crystal. This will take you right back to being a
Okay.
kid. Gelfling?
Yeah,
That's all I
that's
remember.
it.
Just
All
one
right.
word.
One word. It's my one word impression. That's all I got. One word. Gelfling? Patrick Coppolino, what frightened you as a child?
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Nothing? You
Not
were
that
like
I was
fearless?
no, not that. It's more like dead inside.
He's still.
More like that. I'm not like a brave person necessarily.
Right.
But like,
right. It's just
I'm
you
like,
never,
why?
you don't overreact, do you? I mean,
No.
you're always kind of even
have one
keeled.
setting.
You got the one setting, and it's like, nothing ever throws you too much for a loop. Do you ever lose your mind? Like, do you lose your temper?
I used to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Used to be an
Or,
angrier fella.
I'd let it all build up and then I'd explode.
Just pop,
but,
right, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I was scared of the movie Gremlins when I was a kid.
Oh, well, that was a little bit. That thing was a little bit scary. Sure.
Yeah.
The evil gremlins.
Yeah.
Okay. You weren't scared of the Mogwai.
No, I don't know what that is.
That's why you stopped drinking water.
Wasn't it the Mogwai or something? Wasn't that what the little thing was called before he turned into a gremlin?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
You're probably right, but there was like the water. They
You drop the water on the Mogwai, and then a Mogwai would turn into a gremlin.
Oh.
What? Did you see the movie?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so Patrick's
contrast and energy is amazing.
Isn't it amazing?
I remember all this, and I'm like dying. How do you not remember?
But you were an adult when that came out. I was a child.
I have to. You can't imagine, James, how hard it is to work one microphone with these two guys working on it, because I got Patrick's all and then Manolis is screaming, "I'll die right now!" All right.
In the background.
We've been through that topic. I did want to actually. You know what? You brought up an interesting point, though, Patrick. So save up all the anger and then pop.
Yeah.
Right now, you don't do that anymore.
No, not anymore.
Okay. Manolis, are you quick to? You're quick to anger, right? I mean, you're not an angry person, but if something goes wrong, you're like.
I'm
quick.
usually the guy who's trying to calm everybody else down.
Okay.
But when it's directly towards me, if I feel like
Something upsets you.
if I just feel like if I feel like I'm being disrespected or bullied, like if that's the two
Right,
angles,
right.
Yeah, I just tend to just go like
just-
I go right to 10.
Right to 10.
But like
okay.
if someone's just talking to me on stage or even heckling me,
right.
that's fine. But if someone's like talking to me in a manner like I don't like that in between BS. Like
Okay.
I don't be like I'm not like, oh, you're talking to me like you want to scrap. There's that tone.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, then that's the tone that I'm going to go with too. Then
Okay, so you respond in kind. But do you find yourself? Like, would you say that you have a temper? A temper?
I no.
Okay.
Maybe no. Maybe not.
Maybe. What do you,
Like,
Patrick? Could you explain if Manolis has a temper or not?
I'm a mirror. So whatever you are, I am.
Okay. All right.
I think he's got like a built-in. He's expecting everyone to mess with him. Like, go for a car ride with him anywhere, and and it's true. Like, he seems like the universe is like against him. But there's also a lot of times where like we're driving, and then he'll just pull over randomly, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "This guy riding my ass," and then we wait like 45 seconds for him to catch up and pass us. So it's like he's always on edge. Like, this guy, everyone's out to get him.
But if someone's riding my butt, I just move. I just like because in the past I've done crazy things where like I'll just
Right. Hit
I'll,
the
like,
brakes or whatever. Or?
I'll hit the brakes or
Yeah.
I'll stop.
Yeah.
And you've been with me. I get out of the car. I block someone. That was a bad day.
Okay, so I would qualify that as having a temper.
Yeah, I have a
Yeah,
temper.
that when something somebody crosses you and you feel you're harmed by it.
I pull over, let the guy pass, and then I go on with my day because I know I might react. So
Okay,
I'm trying to.
yeah, so
I'm,
it could
I'm
get
forward
nasty.
thinking.
Oh,
Has anyone ever got out of the car when you get out of the car?
No.
Oof.
No.
you came with him jumping out of the car, going, "I'm ready to die today." Nobody's getting
one
out.
time, the whole thing's kind of long, but yeah, he got to the point where he this guy was being a dick to him. So then the guy was in front of us. He stopped at a red light. Manolis drove into the intersection, pulled out in front of the guy's car, like sideways, so he had nowhere to go. And then Manolis gets out of his car and starts walking towards the guy's car. The guy didn't know what to do, so he panicked. He drove over the sidewalk and through the red light.
Oh wow!
Yeah, but Manolis is a mirror, guys.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he was mirroring that.
The dude backed up, drove over the sidewalk and grass.
Oh man!
Like over
to get away
over-
from you.
Yeah, over a corner.
That's a
the
great
crazy
commercial for
guy
that vehicle.
stalking him.
And then like he drove up. So I got in my car and started following him again.
Sure you did, of course.
And he,
Of course.
there's like the next set of lights were it was like it was light also red. The red and there was like 4 cars in front of him.
And
Okay?
can you see? He sees you coming. Like, this must have been crazy.
It's only 1 lane, right? So he's like,
Right.
it's not 2 lane. It's red. There's 4 cars. I get out of my car again. He drives up past the cars, half his car on the sidewalk.
He's going
He
on
drives,
the sidewalk.
He's
again.
driving half on the road, half on the sidewalk, up to the corner, turns right and leaves. At that point, I'm like,
You let it go.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And where were we going?
We were going to see Vincent Pastore from The Sopranos. It was like in the morning. But,
That's perfect.
But also, the best part of the story, after all this happens, I didn't see who was in the car. And then he's like, he's lucky I didn't get to him. I'm like, why? He's like, I would have killed him in front of his kid. There was a kid in the back seat, in a booster seat in the back.
Don't disrespect Manolis.
Oh my goodness!
He was trying to run me off the road. I'm like, what are you doing with a kid in the car?
Right?
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
He literally was trying to.
Yeah, the whole thing's insane, eh?
Yeah, that guy did start it, though.
Okay.
To be fair.
Just so we're clear, because we don't want to paint Manolis as a bad guy, but he was ultimately, you were challenged.
Manolis is a
And you
vigilante.
go, I can't back down. It's a challenge. I mean, you grew up
But,
on the mean streets of Hamilton.
But with saying that, the thing is, like, I don't mess with anybody. I don't start.
you don't start stuff.
I give everybody the respect that they deserve.
Right. And you try to smooth it out before, because you can see things going to go
Like, if
bad
I'm-
if I don't smooth this out.
But even like if I'm in a bar and someone bumps me, I let it go.
Let it go.
I let it go because I'm like, okay, this
Excellent.
guy's just drunk and looking for a fight.
James Baker Butler. You quick to anger?
No, not at all.
No anger at all. No
But you
anger
know what?
issues.
When Manolis was talking about, like, if someone disrespects you and there's this thing bubbling up in you,
Yeah.
I know that's inside of me.
Okay.
Because so many times I just brushed
can
it
feel
off.
it and
So
feel-
someone eventually is going to open that vault and God save that.
They're going to get everything that you've been saving up.
100%.
It's all sitting right there.
Yep.
Oh my Lord! Just enough time for one more quick topic. So, whose turn is it to drop the puck? We killed so much time with Manolis's. I'm a peace-loving person stories. Manolis, the mirror to the planet.
4.
Let's do 3.
3 is gone.
10.
10 is not gone. All right, here we go. 10. We're going to quickly get through number 10 here. We're running out of time. Friday at 4:20. We got to get people into the weekend, man. Here we go. Oh, easy one. Wing sauce. Favorite wing sauce?
Honey garlic.
Honey garlic.
Honey
Nice.
garlic, yes.
Me too, man. I'm a
Yeah.
honey garlic guy. Patrick Coppolino, favorite wing sauce?
Medium, unless I'm feeling spicy.
How hot would you go? Would you go would you go like hot?
Not
Would you go like suicide?
No, that's
no,
ridiculous.
That's crazy,
Yeah,
right?
I
And
wanna
burn your
enjoy
lips
it.
and stuff. Yeah, I want to enjoy it. So medium,
Yeah.
generally medium.
Yeah, or Thai chili.
Ooh,
My new favorite.
You know what? I buy the jars of Thai chili and you use it for dipping the nuggets at home. But now I've seen them, offering it as a
wings?
wing sauce.
Yeah.
That would be delish because I love Thai chili. James Baker Finch.
I like any wing, and you know the best place to get wings is Comedy Night at Emerson 109. It's every Tuesday at 9 p.m.
Nice
It's
job.
an excellent comedy show. You always have a pro headliner, and it's always free every Tuesday at 9 at Emerson 109.
Emerson 109, the address right in the name of the bar, Emerson 109. James, you put that show together every Tuesday night, Emerson 109. So please go out, support local comedy. That's what this show is all about, is supporting local comedy. We encourage everyone who loves it and listens to it and wants to enjoy it to get out and see the great stuff that goes on with swearing in the local clubs. James Butler, thank you so much for being a part of our show.
You're welcome.
How will people follow you and keep track of what's going on at Emerson 109?
Go to my Instagram at Jimmy Butts, JimmyButtz.
At Jimmy Butts.
Yep.
You were saying earlier that, with butt in your last name,
Lean
it was.
into it.
Yeah, okay, that's it. Take it on. I'm
gonna change it to Jimmy Baker though after this.
James Baker Finch, Jimmy Butler, Jimmy Butts, Buttz. Thank you so much, man. It was a lot of fun having you on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Manolis, how am I following you?
Just any social media at Manolis Santanos. I had to think about that. My buddy's got a new country album that came out. Aaron Allen. Check him out on anything. It's awesome.
Aaron Allen is his name. Local guy?
He's from London.
From London?
But it's on. You can buy his album off of iTunes.
Okay. Yeah. Aaron Allen, good country singer.
Yes.
Friend of Manolis, and one of Manolis's only friends who's not a porn star. And finally, as we always like to close the show, Patrick Coppolino, how do we follow you on social media?
Well, I was going to say after Tuesdays at Emerson, if you're like, oh, I want to try like good chicken wings and see real comedy, every Wednesday at Levity, there's 2-for-1 wings and very funny comics.
Wednesday nights, it's amateur night at Levity Comedy Club downtown Hamilton, right above the Anchor Bar. And, of course, the pro shows are Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Yep.
2 shows on Saturdays.
Yep.
So visit levitycomedyclub.com to find out who's playing and when they're playing. And if I'm following you on social media,
At Jimmy Butts.
at Jimmy Butts. He's going to get some extra work over there for Jimmy Butts. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out and having some fun here on Friday at 4:20 until we get a chance to talk to you again in a week's time. Get out there and support local comedy and have an awesome weekend.